style of game, and I think Mitsuray's going to be favouring himself here. You know, he's a Zerg. He's got the space. It's a big map. He can try and control it as best he can. And I think our Terran opponent Plkyzeee is really going to struggle to get the macro going. But if he can do well with drops and harass, then yeah, it's certainly winnable.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, right now, this often people say it's a side map, but turns with a certain playstyle can do so well on this map as well. So we're going to
Yeah.
see in just a few seconds here, as soon as we load up the map. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to ESL Whirlwind, and spawn in top left position because his name is so much easier to pronounce. It's from VAV Mitsuray as the pink tag.
I really do hate you. His opponent, his color is green. The map is Whirlwind, of course, and he's playing Terran, playing for Team Sargas. New team for me. It is, of course, Plkyzeee.
Wait, come again?
Yeah, I'm not repeating that.
No.
You actually give us your best pronunciation on that one.
Plkyzeee.
I've done my best. Plkyzeee.
Yeah. Yeah, you're really good at it as well. Yeah, we got it. We got it.
Plkyzeee.
It's perfect. It can't be better than that.
I think I'm going to call him Terran Green.
Actually, it's probably going to be like, probably it's another language something, you know, like there was this Russian guy who had, you know, just weird letters like this, because like in Russian, you know, like the letters, he didn't have Russian letters because he just had standard letters, but in Russian manner. So it's actually like, you know, Plkyzeee could actually mean like something like Ben.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course, thankfully for us, his name isn't written in a Cyrillic script or even, you know, Greek or Korean script. That would be a nightmare. Still hard enough on its own to pronounce. And we actually have a barracks opening from the aforementioned Terran, which is an interesting decision on Whirlwind. And with the speed of this gas as well, it's quite likely that we're going to see a Reaper play here. What do you think about this decision? I mean, it's a huge map. It's a 4-player map. And he's not necessarily going to be able to scout his opponent immediately.
No, he's actually scouting the wrong direction first, and now he's getting to the right side with the second overload, so he will be able to scout. But as you say, you know, Plkyzeee, he'll be able to scout with the probable Reaper we'll see, but it will be quite late depending also what direction he scouts in. So it's all about, you know, on Whirlwind, it can be so huge who scouts first, basically, because on this map, because like why you're so immune to cheese is not because of the big how big the map is or anything like that. It's because of the fact that there are 4 spawn locations so far from each other that it's so hard to scout, basically, because it's not too far to cheese. It's just that it's way too far to cheese if you haven't scouted already.
I actually recently, at the end of a prolonged ladder session, went up against the Terran, and it was my last game of the day, and I was like, oh no, I really don't want to play a TVT on Whirlwind. And I just went proc 11 and stuck both racks in the middle next to the Zelnaga tower, and it worked beautifully, because he went CC first, and it was brilliant. It was like a complete auto win.
He must have hated you so much for that.
Yeah, I got some BM for that, unfortunately. I'm a pretty cheesy player. Meanwhile, we actually have a bunker rush coming out from Plkyzeee. A couple of drones are in the natural, and much more getting rallied down now, and this SCV is going to have to book it very quickly. This bunker is not going to be able to get finished. They are going to get the cancel on it right there. Mind you, no cancel, though, so that's a bit of a mistake. Still, the Reaper has arrived, and that SCV did go down as well. Still, this Reaper's going to be able to get a little bit of damage down. Needs to make sure he's microed effectively. There were no gases taken from Mitsuray, so he's going to have to rely on his queen control and his drone control.
Yeah, indeed, and right now, as you said, you know, he won't have speed for quite some time. 2 queens on the way, though, and ooh, close to get that surround. We all know how deadly that surround can be, and that queen, though, so annoying as well, but trying to get more kills is that Reaper. How many kills does he have so far? 1 kill only. He wants to get more than that. He hasn't even forced any buildings so far. We see a second Reaper, though, harassing the queen already. Great job here by Plkyzeee. Oh god, no, I'm gonna call him the Terran. The green Terran, Ben. And I mean, right now he only killed 1 drone. That's not that much, you know. Also thinking of that, he actually lost 1 SCV building the bunkers and didn't cancel 1 of the bunkers, so that was quite huge. I think yeah, I mean, it's quite a bad trader. I mean, if you look at the resources lost, it's quite heavily in the favor of Mitsuray already. Of course, he's
especially not getting that. Yeah, I think I absolutely agree with you, especially not getting that bunker cancelled. That was huge. I mean, he did get a bit of mining time. Oh, he does manage to pick up another drone there, gets away scot-free as well, so that's always nice. Might be trying to take up some of these Zerglings as well. So yeah, he's doing what he can to try and even up the deficit at this point, but with that queen at the front there, they're not going to be able to do too much more. And in fact, another queen just joins in on the fight here, and that Reaper's going to have to be very careful with itself.
Yeah, indeed, and right now we do see the factory here getting switched to the reactor do see a tech lab on the barracks. That's a question, because right now we do see a third command center down for the turn here, and he's getting the starport already. And we see Hellions, so he will go into the standard opening here for Terran. It does seem after this Reaper opening, really common build. And by the way, if you really like what you see on this build, go to Team Liquid, because they actually have a full-on Team Liquid featured guide on this one. So this is one of the most famous builds in TVZ, really figured out, really standard. And also we see the tech lab on in the base of the Terran, but right now actually a switch up here, switching the starport to the tech lab. I think we might see here.
Yeah, I think we might be seeing some Banshees, and yeah, definitely going to be Banshees. Yeah, do check out for any kind of Marine Marauder medevac builds. There's a guide to the Command Center first variant and the Reaper variant, but this isn't actually what we're going to be seeing here, as we do have Banshees that are going to be started very shortly. This is actually what they're going to be writing up on the follow-up guide as well, so look forward to that in the near future. On the other hand, just Reaper and Hellion combination, very strong harassment combination here, poking at the front, just annoying these queens, picking off some creep tumors, doing what they can. Speed is about halfway along for these Zerglings, so they can't really engage the Hellions at this point, but they will be looking to do so shortly. One thing I want to draw attention to, and I think we potentially missed earlier as well, I'm not quite sure how long it was on for, but Mitsuray actually had 5 or 6 drones in the natural that weren't mining, didn't set them back on mineral patches, and they were just kind of hovering around there for a good 2 minutes, so that's actually going to be hindering his mineral income for quite some time, but it looks like he's going to be okay. We've got a little bit more pressure coming out from these units here. You can get so many of those Zerglings going to be taken out as well. And these queens are very low in the health here. I think one's going to go down there straight away. And now they're working on the second one. Ling's trying to get us around, but they still don't have speed. Speed's so close to finishing. Now speed is coming up. It's about 2 seconds away from getting done. Here they go. The Lings are all going to be dead. Speed does finish, but there's so many Hellions still around, and these Lings are just going to get evaporated, incinerated in the Inferno. And now it's going to be a drone barbecue. Korean barbecue. Anyone hungry?
Yeah, as you say, I mean, there's so many Hellions right now in the corner here as well. Getting cornered though by those Lings, by so much damage going down from the Green Terran here, doing so much damage to Mitsuray. And stacking up those throws is not something you want to do. Getting enough Lings though to clean this up eventually. Banshee though coming in here, looking for some cheap kills already before the cloak has finished. Right now we only have 1 queen out. He actually forgot to make a queen during all this, and this Banshee will not be contested at all. And third base actually just finishing for Mitsuray, but still, it won't be enough for losing all these drones. He already lost 17 workers. If you look at the work count right now, it's 40 for the Terran and 33 for the Soap player. Trying to do the counterattack here is Mitsuray, but already walling off is Plkyzeee. So great moves here from the Terran, and as soon as possible, he should be able to get those Widowmines out.
Yeah, he should be able to. He doesn't have any infantry to be able to repel this, but it's the story of the Banshees at the front that are doing so much damage. That Banshee's already gotten 8 kills, one of which was a queen as well, so not underestimating that amount of damage at all. These Lings are trying to get some work down here. Ooh! Some nasty detonations from those Widowmines, not helping at all, actually getting a number of his own workers here, and severely damaging a number of them as well. Still, we do have a Marine in a bunker now, so this should be able to hold off this aggression for the time being. One of those supply depots does go down, but there's plenty of SCVs here to repair, and another Marine gets rallied in to help join in the fight here, going into this bunker too. Meanwhile, this Banshee just gets picked off by a Spore Crawler here, but not before doing so much damage. We've actually got 22 workers killed total, to the 5 for Mitsuray. So I think I'd still put the game in the Terran's favour at this point.
Yeah, absolutely, I would agree with that. And I mean, right now the Terran is in such a great position with the macro. Of course, he's on 2 bases versus 3 bases, but he has had a third command center for quite some time now. Has so many workers right now, 47, but the third player is just maxing out those workers. Is soon to be 65, and even closing into the 70 right now. But just finishes last, so really late tech from our third player. And when Plkyzeee is moving out, we should see some really heavy aggression, but he's so delayed because of the fact that he went so hardcore into those Hellions and Banshees and Reapers, of course. And Mitsuray will scout the third base from Plkyzeee. This is huge. They actually get a scout of this, and he might even be able to interrupt it.
Yeah, he could do. Unfortunately, this Overlord is going to get taken out. If he's got any Lings to hand, he can always try and run some Lings over to try and block the expansion there. Doesn't look like he has too many. He's making a nice clutch at the moment, but only 6 Lings on the field at the moment. Baneling Nest and Spire are going down, as well as the Evolution Chambers. And I think one thing that we have to point out here, very rarely, you don't often see this in a TVZ, but actually our Terran player here, Plkyzeee, is very far ahead of Mitsuray in terms of upgrades. His +1 attack is just about to finish, and his +1 armor is about a third of the way along. Whereas the 1-1 for his opponent Mitsuray is only just starting.
Yeah, often, you know, you just want to be just behind the town when it comes to upgrade in the standard game. You know, just slightly behind. And as you say, I mean, he's so far behind this. This is just huge full turn. If he actually didn't time his armory, you know, in that unfortunate timing that he has to wait for now, his +2 would be so far ahead, but still he'd be quite far ahead with his upgrades. And right now we do have Plkyzeee moving on out of the map and cleaning up some nice creep here. Does not have the last creep to him, but still do some really nice damage. And oh, he gets those banelings, but here we go! All those banelings detonating. Oh, great pickups, but still doing so much damage. It's Mitsuray, and Plkyzeee trying to pick up and doing something, but those mines didn't help at all. And that Spore Crawler might even kill that last medevac, but no, actually survived with just 18 health. Might be trying to drop here, but would be so hard to do.
Yeah, really hard. Mitsuray actually splitting up his Lings and his Banelings as well, and Baneling speed only just starting, so those Banelings aren't going to be too effective for the time being, but they did force up the lift off into the medevac, and actually Plkyzeee is going to be able to get a cancel on the 4th base here. I think he's going to be able to anyway if he doesn't focuses down the hatchery instead of the extractor, and I don't think there are enough Zerg forces to be able to cancel. Having said that, here come the Banelings. They're going to be able to prevent this, but is he going to be able to get this in time? No, not quite. Plenty of Banelings wander in, and Plkyzee's going to have to be able to force the protect up. Marauder left as well, but the Marauder's going strong here. Is he going to get it? This hatchery is 86, 63, 42, 22, 21. No.
Oh, that would be the best Marauder ever. That would be just amazing.
What a hero, Marauder. Supplies are dead even, and Plkyzee's not really saturated his third too heavily. Just 13 workers mining on that base at the moment. I do like the decision to expand away from the Zerg. It's a stylistic preference. A lot of Terrans would choose to go for the third base that's located towards the opponent. I kind of like it though. Counterattacks are really strong.
I'm sorry for interrupting you. Yeah,
actually got an engagement there.
Yeah, sorry for that. Here we go. So Plkyzeee right now moving in close to those banelings, and here we go. A ton of banelings morphing for Mitsuray, forcing Plkyzeee to run back. He really needs to use this mine, but also he does have that one siege tank. Really cool choice here by Plkyzeee, only having that one tank though. And here we go, poking quite a bit. Those mutants though cleaning up quite all those bioforces. And here we go, pushing in is Plkyzeee, and oh, the mine didn't do enough damage. Here comes the mutants though, stacking up. Is it enough? No. And right now, Plkyzeee forcing back those mutants and forcing himself right into that third base. And oh, look at all the zones as well, just stacking up for the Terran player, for the third player right now. Terran is just killing off so many mutants. Mutants are falling left and right. So many Marines here, and GG for Mitsuray.
GG for Mitsuray. No more Banelings left. Unfortunately, a lot of those Banelings detonated on Marauders, and I think the mine's got a few lucky hits as well. And just those Marines standing strong with that upgrade advantage too. Yeah, very strong engagement from Plkyzeee, and I think I'd agree with you. I thought the tank was a really nice choice too. Just gave him a little bit of grounding. Not sure how handy it came out.